Hi and welcome back to my channel. This is Sew Stitch Sew Nat. You can find me on Instagram. I'll put the details on the screen and in the box. This is floss tube 19, so I've got notes over there. It's a week later than planned, apologies for that. We got hit by flu in the house, which I'm almost over, but I still have a cough, so apologies if you get that. So hello if you're returning, and welcome if you're new and have just found me. So I'm coming up to my 1 year anniversary, which will be between Christmas and New Year, so I plan to do Whip Parade as well as the Flossiversary. I think there'll be at least one more video before the year end with the Whip Parade, like I say, and maybe another one with all the finishes that I've done. Worked out that I've had 30 finishes so far. I'm not anticipating another one before the year end, other than the temperature sal. I say sal, temperature typography that I've been doing all year, which is about a day or so behind at the minute, but managing to keep up with it. It is the 23rd of December, so yeah, not long till Christmas. Most things are wrapped. Sorry, just edited out a coughing fit. Shall we get started? So finishes. I've had 2 finishes since my last video. One has been gifted to a teacher who's retiring at the school. I will pop up a photo here. This was a pattern that I purchased off Etsy, which was customisable. So basically I put the name in and they sent me a chart back with it on, stitched on 16 count white Aida, and with just a hoop, 6-inch hoop finish. And then I just used some interfacing and wrote on with like fabric pen just to put a note on the back for the teacher. She loved it, was really pleased with it. I think it's quite an emotional week for her finishing, which is lovely. She seemed to really appreciate it, although I personally did not take it in given the flu, and both of my kids have been off as well, although one more than the other. The other, actually it's not technically a finish, it's a FFO that I've done. Yeah, so, oops, not sure if this is going to glare. This is No Planet B. It was a sal. I started it partway through the sal and never caught up, but finished it this year. It's going to hang in my son's room. Frame is from Picture Frames Express. I think that's what they're called. I'll put the details below. Really happy with it. What else? There's a mixture of a twirl and DMC in there. Well, both DMC, but it's all called for on Ocean by Fabric Flair. I think it's a 28 count. And I decided to add all the animal names in, and then I've just added my initials down at the bottom. I don't always do that though. So that is FFO number 1. FFO number 2 I don't have with me, and that is the Colombo piece. So just one more thing, by Dandelion Embroidery. That was a gift from my dad. Also, the frame's also from Picture Frames Express, and the same for the last one, which was a gift from my mother-in-law, which has also now been gifted, which is Meditation Garden by Jan Hicks Creates. Details of the floss that I use for that are on the video 18 or on my Instagram, because I didn't use the Mrs. Sadie silk and I didn't want all DMC. So that's finishes. I have another finish, but it's not FAO owned. My other finish is G for Gingerbread Man by Wild Starry Snaps. I just used DMC white for the white rather than the weeks that was called for. It's on a 36 count. I'll put the details on the screen. So yeah, I have ribbon, I have the letter charm, and you'll see in haul I've got the little buttons. I suddenly realised I didn't have any little buttons for him. Sorry if the lighting's a bit weird. It's 1:30 in the afternoon, but because winter solstice was yesterday or the day before, it's really dark really easily. It's quite overcast today, so the lighting's not great. It's sending things funny colours. So that's all the finishes and FFOs, I think. Like I said, I'm not planning another one before the year end, but we'll see what happens. If I get a good stitch on, maybe. It'd have to be a very good long stitch. Right, whips then. I've worked on, apart from things I've finished, 9 other projects, and I did not achieve the goal I really wanted to do. I burnt out on it, so you will see that in a minute. So the first, I say first, I stitch on it at least once a week. It's a Temperature Typography by Stitching Mummy, and I did that in the varied colourway. And this is what it looks like. We had a real cold snap at the beginning of the month, so we have very dark purple. Oops. And I've got, like I say, I'm like 2 days out in a minute. So the next thing I worked on was What Remains, which is part of a Mother's Love song, and I have sorted out my heart and brought the border along to the side. So yeah, keep picking it up at least once a month. So, and I would like to get that finished next year. Preferably in the first few months, so I can get it framed. Next was the one that I was trying to finish and didn't quite happen, which is a Santa Stocking by Joan Elliott. This is a stocking for my husband, but I'm not enjoying it, but it's coming along slowly. Make sure I just cut it out. So I've started doing the beads over here, filled in a lot of this bead. So yeah, I've got to fill that bit in, finish this bit over here, add more beads. There's the odd metallic stitch here, there and everywhere. And there's bits of metallic stitch in there as well as beads. So it's getting there, but it won't be done. It will not be done by tomorrow evening. So after getting thoroughly fed up with the stocking, I decided to pick something else up, and I picked up Mary Mary Needleworker. We were doing the intention of doing this skirt, but what actually happened was not that. I ended up finishing the words. I think I brought it up another line or so. I finished the boots, all the words, the tomato on this side, started the border, put the framework in for the bobbins on this side, ready to do statin stitch, which I'm not going to do yet. I have been stitching this in hand, so I wanted to do that when it was on a hoop or a frame, just to get the tension right when I do my satin stitch, because it's quite a big satin stitch as well. This is one stitch off up here at the minute, so I want to bring it round this side just to make sure it looks okay, or bring this, finish it and bring this down. Haven't completely decided, but I want to try and get that bottom bit done first, and then figure out this side. But really happy with that. I'm hoping to get this finished next year, famous last words and all, but I also have the Susie sampler one as well, but I've got that as a PDF, so I can put it into Pattern, whereas that's paper chart. Then I fancied going back to Christmas, and I decided to, so I was trying to work on that when I wasn't very well. I'd managed like 10 stitches in one whole day. As I started to feel better, I wanted to do this one, which is the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, which was a Christmas wreath from not this year, last year, maybe the year before, I can't remember. But this is where I am up to. As you see, I've got most of the house done, started the reindeer, I've got Santa to go upside down there. I didn't have any blanc to hand, so that's why there's no white in there currently. So I need to get, well, you'll see in haul I've bought some blanc for another project, but I haven't finished the project before. I'm trying to keep to a certain number of whips, so I don't want to be above 30 at the year end. That means I've got to finish something to start something new. And of course temperature cell is going to get replaced by another temperature cell. So I might take the blanc from the project I've kitted up to get some more work on that, potentially. And then, I wouldn't say I got bored of it, but I thought I'd really like to stitch on that other Christmas project that I've got. And I pulled out My Christmas List by Silver Creek Samplers, and this is on a 36 count, vintage Kinky Mopper by Zweigart, 1/2 DMC, and that's where I'm up to. Last time you saw it, I don't think those words, the words might have been all the way across, but the jumper definitely wasn't finished, so I've done all of that. I think I want to take this to a page finish before I put it down again, and the pattern's about 4 pages long. Yeah, I don't want it to take 4 years though. I might get carried away with this one potentially. The other one I've picked out that's Christmas related is Gingerbread Christmas Village. I'll put it up. So I might do a bit more work on that. I just realised I've missed a whip, so I'll come back to that now. In amongst the, I don't know what to do with myself. I think this is before I actually got ill. Right, just making sure I'm not showing the pattern. I picked it up. English apparently today is not my strong point. Let me just grab the pattern. I picked up Northern Expressions Needlework Twisted Band Sampler. This is a one with speciality stitches. It's on a 36 count, 2/1 when it's cross stitch, and it's with the Call for DMC. It takes a lot longer than you think, but I love it. So yeah, I'm completing the other side of the butterfly at the minute, so I have quite a long way to go yet. But yeah, loving it. I do like the speciality stitches, which I think is why I want to start a chatelaine, which I've got all kitted up, which I've spoken about in the past, but it's going to be my new year, new start, and I will talk about plans towards the end. I'll say towards the end, shortly. We'll just bury the list. I'm not doing very well with the piles today, it's just, yeah. I have not started anything new. Oh, I did start something new because I started the teacher thing, but I finished that straight away, which I knew I was going to do that anyway. Should we haul them pans? Yeah, because I think haul them pans. Right. So my Caterpillar cross stitch box came in. I think this will be my last one. I've not renewed my subscription. So yeah, nice pair of woolly socks, which are attached to the paper filler. Some beeswax. I don't actually use beeswax. I've used the Thread Heaven before. Oops. Nice chocolate lolly. Some little hoop frames. And then they changed the packaging on their kits. So this is the kit that came with it. Not sure I will stitch that. I'll see. I need to do something with my stash, because there's quite a few things where I'm like, do I want to stitch it? Yeah, so I said, see, I've got quite a few things that I'm not sure I want to stitch or not. So I think I need to make some decisions in the new year as to what I'm going to keep. I got myself an 11x11 Q-Snap grime guard. This is from Wixden on Etsy. I have not used it yet, but my plan is to use it on the Q-Snap that I've got. I mentioned just now I bought tiny 5mm, they're called mini doll buttons, black circles, and these are for the gingerbread men. There's 100 in there. The first ones I got were too big. I'm not sure if they're too small, but we'll see what it looks like when I start FFOing them, which I'm going to do at the minute. My fabric of the month came in from Lakeside. I like a 36 and a 32. And this is in, I think it's tourmaline. Yeah, they do look pretty similar in real life as well. So this is the 36 and this is the 32. And the colours are very bright. I'm not sure what I'm going to stitch on those. But I'd say in real life the 32 is that brighter. Then my thread club came in, which is Classic Colourworks, also from Lakeside. I do shop at other places as well, but Lakeside seems to be my go-to, given that I'm in the fabric club and the thread club. So we've got mainly L's and a few M's this time. Ooh. So the colours this month, Lobster Claw is great. It's like a really orangey red, and it's got great variegation. I love Licorice Red as well, and Manna Red. So yeah. I know she's got spots open for the DMC club at the minute, which obviously I've done the full round of that. So if you're interested, I'll hop along. And then I also put an order in to pick up a project. So I bought my second 11 by 11 Q snap, which I've got on Christmas list, which you just saw. My original one's on the Christmas stocking. So this is for Death and Binky by Lindsay Fawn designed. I will put a picture of it here. It is a Terry Pratchett Discworld reference, and this is the fabric. Maybe the husband chose actually. We did have a look at my stash, but I didn't have anything quite right. And this is called Cloud Summer Sky, and it's 32 count fabric flare. And then I've just got all the threads to go with that. I was kitting this up when I was getting a bit fed up, I think, with the Christmas project, because this is what's going to replace it for my husband. So I didn't go and look at what I already had. But like I said, there is a Blanc in there which I might pinch for the Christmas wreath. Because some of the colours aren't used very much at all. I also picked up another skein of Tiger's Eye, which is in the Gingerbread Man, because I'd like to do multiple of those. I can't remember, I used 1 or 2 skeins on the one that I'd done already. And then I just got 2 6-inch Oberlees hoops, because I'd used the one on the gift. I like them, they're good quality. So that is it for haul. I think there's anything else now. Oh yeah, the Temperature bookshelf by Christie's Corner. I'll put a picture of it here. I've not kitted it up yet. My only concern is the fabric. Threads I'm not too worried about, but fabric, whether I want to do it on a plain white, I'm not sure yet. Right, I just wanted to talk plans for 2023. I've decided not to do Whip Go, and I've come up with a list of goals for myself that I want to achieve in 2023. So I would like to finish a UFO. I've got some UFOs that are like really close. They just need pushed over the wire. So I'd like to finish one of those. Finish 2 of the cells that I've got on the go at the minute. I think I've got 6 on the go. So I'd like to finish 2 of those. Start my chatelaine on the 1st of January, which I think will actually push me to 31. Although I've noticed that the temperature typography on the 1st of January. That gives me some time to finish something else before I start that. I am currently at 30 whips and I would like to get down to 25 whips. I want to continue with Stitch from Stash, which I'm just about managing to keep in the black, so to speak. I've got money in the bank rather than in the red, meaning I'm overdrawn. Finish What Remains, which I've already mentioned. Try and reduce my stash, just my general holding of what I've got, whether it be books, fabrics, kits. Make a project journal, which I spoke about before. You've seen the big project book that I've got. Finish 3 Mill Hills, like the little ones, not the... Although I have got a Halloween Eve is a whip at the minute, which is a Mill Hill. Do 2 magazine kits, which I have done 2 this year anyway, actually. You'll see in the finishes. Take part in March Madness, or March Mayhem, with the Seal City Stitches. And then I'd also like to finish a gift for each, like key family members, basically. I have also adopted a whip from a in-law relative who can't stitch anymore. So I've taken that on, plus another kit she'd like completed and sent back. So I'm on the decks for that as well. One of them is something I definitely would stitch. The other, not so sure. But it's in like handwritten chart and things, so I'll take a working copy of it and just go from there, really. They are not included in my 30 whips. Sorry, they're not included in my 30 whips. And one of them's a new start, technically speaking, because it was a kit that hadn't even been opened. And I'll pop pictures of those 2 here now. So one is I want to say pen kit. I forgot to bring them up. And the other one's a cottage, and I can't remember who it's by, so I'll put that on screen as well. So that is my plans for 2023. In terms of what's left of 2022, get this video uploaded, do a whip parade and a finish parade. I think I'd just like to see both of those. I find doing the whip parade a motivator, because last time I picked up something that probably wouldn't have got a finish if I had not done it as well. So yeah, and then I might finally get that Chatelaine video done before I start it, maybe. See how time goes. I'm now off until Tuesday the 3rd, and the kids go back a day after me. The other half's looking after them the first day that I'm back at work. And then it will soon be my youngest son's birthday, so full steam ahead for that. And it'll be my birthday. There's only 10 days between us. So yeah, full steam ahead for both of those. And that is it. I am rambling. If you have any questions, put them down below. I'm happy to answer them. So yeah, Merry Christmas. I'm hoping to get this uploaded today. If not, it'll be tomorrow morning, potentially. Christmas Eve, and we will go. I'll get all the editing done tonight. It's just whether it uploads to the YouTube world. Right, I'm going to leave it there because I'm starting to cough again, and I think it's time I need a cup of tea. I've got the water, but I think it's a cup of tea time. So, Merry Christmas, and I will see you before the year end. Thanks, bye for now.